So let's be real with each other. Running ads hard. If you've tried to run ads for your business, you're fully aware that running profitable ad campaigns is not easy. And if you're trying to get into advertising, let me tell you right now, running ads is not an easy thing to do. It's actually super easy to get everything set up, and that's the thing. Facebook, Google, they make it so easy for anyone to jump on the ad platform, set up an ad in like 10 minutes. But running profitable ad campaigns is actually really challenging. And so what I want to do in this video is talk about a few tips that I really wish I had learned before I got started running advertising. I wish that I knew what I knew in the beginning, so that hopefully I can help you run more profitable ad campaigns sooner, hopefully like shorten your learning curve. You can learn from, some of the lessons that I've developed over the years, and that will, help you grow faster. Really quick, if you don't know me, my name is Bryce and I'm a media buyer. So I got started back online back in 2012 when I was helping small businesses with their websites and their SEO. And in 2013, I discovered Google Ads, and that's how I got started in media buying. And I've been running ads online on Facebook and Google since 2013. And today I run a small agency. We have a team where we help people who sell digital products, so like online courses, high ticket programs, with their advertising campaigns. So everything that I talk about here is what I do all day, every day inside our agency. We are constantly developing strategy, running ads, and optimizing campaigns for people who run online businesses. So I've got a ton of free content online. You can check it out at my website. You can check it out here on YouTube. And you can go to majorimpactmedia.com if you want to check out some of our more free trainings that we have there that I can use to help you run more profitable ad campaigns for your business. But with that being said, let's dive in. So I remember the very first time that I ran a Facebook ad campaign. I had a buddy of mine, and he wanted to get he wanted to start doing list building for his campaigns. And so having ran a bunch of Google ads, I knew kind of how platforms worked, and I knew all the metrics. So we just jumped in and set up an ad campaign. It probably took us like 30 minutes. And we spent a bunch of money and didn't get anything out of it. We didn't get a lot of conversions, and we definitely didn't get any sales. And that was really like what helped me open my eyes to understand how important strategy is in everything that you do before you run ads. Because again, Facebook has made it so easy for anyone to jump online and start setting up ads. We, tested different ad copies, we tested different videos, we tested different audiences. And at the end of the day, like the offer sucked. And because we didn't have a really great offer, we didn't get any results. And so, the work that we do today going into getting a campaign up and running is a lot of what we do to make things be successful. So when I first got started, we would tell people we could have your campaigns up in 7 to 10 days. Now I tell people we're going to take at least 30 days to get your campaigns up and running, because we need to do avatar research. We need to really dial in who's your customer, what are their pain points, what are the problems we need to speak to. We need to audit your funnel. We need to make sure that you have a really good offer, that it's really compelling, that you have all the right elements that's going to make it convert to cold traffic. We need to make sure that we are auditing the inventory, like all the content that you have, and making sure that we're using your brand voice, using your messaging, speaking your language to your customers. We need to make sure you have the right infrastructure, the right tracking, the right tech. All of this work that goes in before you set up an ad campaign is what's going to make you successful. Hopefully when you get to the part to where you're running ads, it kind of becomes the easiest part. There's still a lot to it, but if you have a really great offer and a really great messaging, that is going to outperform any kind of bid hack that you can come up with or some kind of targeting strategy. It's just like, the right offer to the right message and having the right foundation is going to make your ad campaigns work. So really the first thing is like the work that you do before you start running ads is the most important part. And so if you can nail that foundation, if you can nail that strategy, you are going to come out light years ahead of people who are doing the same thing that I did the first time I ran ads, right? Which was just come up with something and start running ads to it. Because again, like that foundation of the avatar, the messaging, and the offer, like these not super sexy things that people talk about are really what help you find success. So the next tip that I have is really make sure that you're modeling what's working in your industry. So one of the things that we've done at my agency that's helped us be really successful over time is we have niched down to only working with people who sell digital products. So online courses, high ticket programs, stuff like that. Why? Because there's a specific strategy for someone who's got that type of business model that works with advertising online. It's very different than if you're running e-commerce strategies. So if you are, trying to figure out how to make ads work for your business, but you're going on YouTube and you're looking up e-commerce strategies and you're trying to apply that to your online course business, or vice versa, right? Let's say you're running e-com, but you're trying to use some lead gen strategies that you read about from someone who does local ads. Like these strategies are very different, and the way that these businesses work are very different. And again, again, a lot of the important stuff is what happens after someone clicks on the ad, right? All this back end stuff. So really understanding your business model and modeling what's working in your industry right now is super, super important. So when you're going online, you're looking for people to learn from, you're looking for strategies, you're looking for stuff that you can use to apply to your own business. Make sure you're looking in your industry and you're really modeling what's working for people who run businesses like yours and who are being successful. Because like if you're trying to copy what someone's doing in the drop shipping space and take that over to your online, course business, it's going to work it's not going to be the same. It's not going to transfer over the way you want it to. So again, that's kind of the big takeaway there is like, make sure you're modeling what's working in your industry. So the next tip that I have is really understanding how important copywriting is to running a successful online business. So I think copywriting is the most important skill if you want to run an online business. I don't care if you're a founder. I don't care if you're the marketer. I don't care if you're just working in a business. I think everybody should have to have copywriting training and understand how copywriting works. We work with a lot of businesses who, our clients are experts. They're truly experts at what they do, and they have the best program for the market that they're working with. But they have oftentimes if they do struggle, it's because they don't have a copywriter on staff that can really help take their ideas and turn that into written words that convert. And so I think one of the most important things that anyone can do is like take some copywriting courses, start learning the foundation of copywriting. And then if you don't fancy yourself to be an expert writer, you don't want to be the person writing all day, that's totally fine. Make sure you understand how it works and make sure you have a really good copywriter on staff who can help you, because having great landing pages, great sales pages, great emails, all of this stuff is going to help you grow a successful online business. And the impact that it has when someone is writing all of your content, all of your blog posts, all of your emails, all of your social media, everything with a copywriting mindset helps increase conversions all the way around. And so it doesn't matter what role, if you're a media buyer, whatever it is, I still think that copywriting is one of those skills that everybody should be constantly working on developing. Because if you work online, right, like you probably sell in the written word. And if you just are really good at video and you do video, you're probably scripting your videos and you're probably doing bullet points about all this stuff. So all of that is copy, right? All of that is what helps us write stuff that can educate and then also sell. And so copywriting is a skill that I think people can just constantly keep evolving, constantly keep learning from. It's something I'm always constantly working on, and I think it's something that anybody who runs an online business should constantly be working on, and definitely have someone on your staff that's really good at that can just help you take your ideas, turn that into written word that you can get out into the world and convince people to do more business with you. The next thing that I wish I had understood sooner when it came to running successful ad campaigns is you can spend a ton of time optimizing stuff on the ad platform. And while that is really important, you should spend just as much time, if not more time, optimizing everything that happens off the ad platform. So a lot of times we've worked with a ton of online businesses who set up a webinar funnel, or they set up a sales call funnel or a low ticket offer, something like this. They build the funnel once, they pay somebody, that box is checked, and then they start running ads, and they want to spend time split testing different headlines on their ads or testing different colors of their background on their ads. And they never want to optimize their funnel. They never want to test their landing pages. They never want to improve their email series. They never want to change their sales pages. They never want to add more back-end follow-up emails. Like, they never want to touch anything that happens after the ad platform. And they're spending the vast majority of their time optimizing everything on the ad platform. They're not doing anything afterwards. And I've made this mistake too. So this was a big learning lesson for us. But if you take the time to build a funnel, you should absolutely spending a bunch of time optimizing it, because your ads are what's going to help you drive attention to your main offer. But really spending time coming up with better webinars, better sales pages, better email follow-up, all of that is going to help you be more successful and convert more traffic in the long run and help you grow your business faster. And so again, I think our most successful clients are the ones who are constantly working on their back end. So, I know for us, and I know for the clients we worked with, a lot of people who have a successful webinar on a version 5 or version 6 of their webinar. A lot of people who have successful sales calls funnels have worked on multiple versions of their video campaigns. They've been optimizing their follow-up. They're constantly looking for ways to improve their back end. And I think you're really hurting yourself if you think that you're going to set up a funnel once and then just let that run for a few years. And I say this from personal experience. I've seen so many companies do that. So make sure that you're spending as much time optimizing your funnel and your sales process that converts people into a customer as you are your ad campaigns. So the next thing that really helped us develop a really good foundation is starting to build things with tracking in mind. So like copywriting, I think, is the most fundamentally important skill if you're running an online business. I also think that having an understanding of how tracking and measurement works is also super important for anybody who wants to be in the online and digital marketing space. So just a basic understanding of like Google Analytics, UTM codes, how tracking works, both for your advertising and just for your online business is super important, because when you understand that, you can build for tracking in mind. So a lot of people think that tracking is just like a one-time thing, right? Like you set up your funnel and then you have your tracking set up and then that just works and you never have to do anything after that, which is definitely not the case. And it definitely hasn't been my experience. We're constantly having to go in and set up tracking because we're setting up new landing pages, we're testing new offers, we're swapping out emails, we're doing all this stuff to optimize our back end. And every time we do that, stuff moves, URLs change, and we have to go and set up tracking. And so if you can have that kind of mindset and you can build with tracking in mind, you can make it a lot easier to collect the important data that you need to grow your business. And you can also make sure that all the people on your team know that when something happens, you can make sure you're getting the data you need. Like when you implement something new, you can make sure that you're getting the data that you need in order to be able to help you understand if that change is improving your business or not. Because what I've seen a bunch of times, and we made this mistake ourselves, is like you change something and then 3 weeks later you want to go look at your Google Analytics or something like this to see if that change has helped or hurt your business. And what you realize is you broke your tracking and you don't have the data that you need to make an intelligent decision. And so again, if you can kind of understand these basics of how these certain tracking and analytics platform works, you can have someone on your team that understands these things. Then what you can do is you can always kind of have that mindset of, okay, so what do we want to test? And then how are we going to measure how this works? And how are we going to use that data to make a better decision about what we should be doing with our business next? Because again, like at the end of the day, especially with online businesses, you're just in a constant state of changing things and then measuring how it works and then moving forward with the right direction based on kind of what the data tells you. And so if you don't have that data, it becomes very harmful for you. So we spend a ton of time inside Google Analytics, inside Google Tag Manager, inside other like third-party tracking platforms to try to understand how the stuff that we're doing is improving our campaigns and what we're doing for our own business and for our clients. And you should have that kind of basic mindset too. And again, you don't have to be a super expert at this. You can definitely find people that can help you with this, but having a basic understanding of like how it works so that you know that it needs to be done and that you know how not to break it, I think is super important. So if you can build with tracking in mind, it makes your life a lot easier in the long run. So my last tip when it comes to running paid ads is you really don't want to be 100% dependent on paid ads. I wish this is something I had learned sooner in our business. So, we are an advertising agency. I literally do advertising all day, every day for a living. And in the beginning, we used to just kind of run ads for ourselves and we didn't ever do any long-term content. But I can tell you for ourselves and for our clients, like some of the best stuff we've ever done is starting to build organic content and build that organic traffic over time. Because again, at the end of the day, like if you are constantly dependent on paid advertising, you're constantly dependent on going out to Facebook and Google to pay them to drive traffic to your business. And as soon as you turn that off, like you don't have any eyeballs. And so what we've learned how to do is kind of put a system in place where we come up with our topics, our themes, the thing that we want to cover, and we can run those as ads. We can put that into organic blog posts. We can make YouTube videos about it. We can make podcasts about it. And so building up that organic traffic over time has become something super valuable for our own business. And I can tell you from the clients that we work with, the people who have the most success have organic content. They're building a brand over time. They're building a brand in their industry. And then they're running ads on top of that. And ads become this fuel to the fire. Ads are how people find out about them. But a lot of people will not just click on your ads and then decide to buy from you, right? A lot of people will follow you for months at a time. People who have become clients with us at the agency found out about us through advertising. And then they weren't sure if we were a good fit for them. So they went to our website. They started reading our blogs. They started reading our case studies. And they were like, oh man, these guys are the real deal. And then they hit us up a few months later when they were ready to work together, right? That's going to happen for you. That happens with all kinds of businesses. And so while I think advertising is an essential channel to have in your business, especially if you're running an online business, and especially like for our clients in the info space, I mean, most of these people are super dependent on advertising because that's what grows their business. But if you can figure out how to take a step back and strategically be thinking about like the content that you want to create, the topics you want to cover, what's important for somebody that you're helping for your ideal customer, and running those as ads, running that as blog posts, doing that in YouTube, doing that as podcasts, and really creating this full spectrum channel that people can consume that information from you in whatever way that they like to do it, whether it's audio, video, written, however that is, will make you more successful in the long run, because we want to build a brand that's going to last, for the long run, right? We're not in it for short-term gains. We want to play the long game. And so I think if you can have a mindset where you're getting started with paid ads and you're starting to acquire customers with paid ads, but everything that you're learning about your customers and about the content that really converts for you, turning that into long-term organic traffic. Once you have paid and organic in the long run, you become a really powerful force in your industry. So that would be my last tip is, you don't want to be 100% dependent on paid ads. You want to be able to have organic content and paid advertising helping you grow your business. So that's what I got. Those are my tips. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit that like button so that I know you like this video, and you can, let me know that I should keep making more stuff like this. If you have any questions, I would love to just drop them in the comments below, and I'll get right back to you. And also, if you have some other topics that you want us to cover, please let us know in the comments below. We're going to be making more videos like that. Speaking of which, I think we've got a video like right over here somewhere that would be a good video for you to check out if you want to keep learning more about the kind of stuff that we do. Other than that, remember to check us out at majorimpactmedia.com if you want to check out our free trainings and all that other stuff. Check us out on the YouTube channel, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time.